Yo, what's going on, guys? Top of the evening. Sorry I missed you last night. I blasted out that picture in the community page, and I tweeted it out too. Went back and forth with some war stories about the casino. I was happy. I usually lose my ass. I won 1,000 buckaroos there, and I'm about 1375 there. There's a chip hiding behind there, another green one. So I made it out with my gains, and yes, I'm 1,000% firing this in to our beloved AMC stock. I entered it into the bank with the cash. I'm going to transfer that son of a gun right over to Fidelity, and away we go. You guys stick with me through this video. You guys that have been around, that have watched me, know the one thing that irks me to death, and every time I get a hint or think about it or read something about it, is the goddamn buy button being taken away. You guys have remembered me too. I have said this multiple times. This thing is way bigger than we think. And right now, it's all coming alive. This thing is going to be 80% of Citadel, Robinhood, the horseshit that's going on. And again, I've just felt this all along, that this thing is 1,000 times bigger than we think. And it is coming a zillion% true. So we're going to touch on all of this. We're going to touch on Kenny Griffin's straight lying, and then a crazy clip. I thought somebody edited this video. It's of Ken Griffin probably throwing up during the hearing back in February. Okay? I thought it was just somebody adding in some noise. No, sure as shit. I go to the CNBC page, touch on the clip, and it's true. So let's hop right into this. The stock, we know what it's doing. It's kind of floating around. We finished above 40 in after hours, which is good. Who gives a shit? The shorts have not covered. Everybody stop freaking out, right? Really quickly. Dark volume, low volume. Remember, you guys, I see a lot of people freaking out about the low volume today. Just remember, go back and look, pull up a chart, go look at the low volume in May. Before the run-up, look at the total low volume, the silence, calm before the storm. The volume doesn't, but nothing bothers me anymore, you guys. I'm so unfazed by this, and I could not be any more bullish about finding all this crap out about these guys dead caught lying under frickin' oath. This is what's going to rattle everything. People are going to jail. There's no way around all of this. If this thing ends up panning out like we're going to touch on in a minute. I'm jumping ahead, you guys. I'm super stoked about this whole thing. Now, let's jump right into this here. Short squeeze lawsuits. Plaintiff slams Robinhood Citadel Securities for PFOF. I do have pulled up the 137-page report over here. We'll touch on that in a minute, but a little bit. If you guys have not seen this, absolutely asinine, insane, crazy. We have text message. We have proof. We have everything. I'm going to touch on, if you guys haven't seen this article, read it. Very good. Gives you a summary of the whole 137 pages, basically. But long or the short, Citadel mentioned everywhere in this goddamn thing. All persons or entities in the United States that are held shares of stock in or call options in GME, AMC, BBBY, BB, Express, COS, Nokia, TR, TRVG, as of the close of market on January 27, 21, and sold the above listing securities from January 28 up until the including February 4th, 2021, the class period. Okay? Citadel Securities, head of execution, for instance, the plaintiffs say, had prior working relationships with FINRA and that dude at FINRA, we touched on that dickhead a while back, Robinhood's vice president, and corporate communications during the relevant period. Given the events of late 2020 and January 2021, the participants in this conspiracy had numerous opportunities to conspire to restrain trade. Yes, they did, and we're going to show proof just in a second here. The traders note that high executives of Citadel and Robinhood coordinated communications in the weeks before and numerous times the day that restricted were ultimately imposed. Additionally, Robinhood's Dominic appear to accept Citadel Securities' proposition made on January 20th, 2021. Also, high-level employees at E-Trade and Citadel exchanged communications through January 28th, 2021 to confirm certain orders were canceled. God, I'm getting pissed. You think I grabbed my glasses in one of these videos? I am so blind. On January 27, 2021, the day before the restrictions were implemented, high-level employees of Citadel Securities and Robinhood had numerous communications with each other. According to the plaintiffs, This indicates that Citadel applied pressure on Robinhood. Exactly what we've thought for 9 fricking months. If you guys have not seen this, look at this. Gretchen Howard, Vlad Tenev. Just an FYI that Dan and I are joining Jim at 5 p.m. on call with Citadel. They reached out and want to speak this evening, and we believe they will make some demands on limiting PFOF across the board. We won't agree to anything, but wanted to give you a heads up. Vlad, okay. Maybe this would be a good time to meet and chat with Ken, G, Griffin. Vlad, you guys can mention that. The plaintiffs argue that Citadel Securities stood to gain from stopping the short squeeze by purchasing new short positions at the peak to relevant security prices, increase then profiting from the artificial decrease in shares price and trading restrictions on January 28th. God, that makes me my face is turning beet red. Look at this down here, dated 1/27. Anecdotal evidence is that severely very large firms are having really bad nights too. Jim Swartwout. Everyone is. You wouldn't believe the convo we had with Citadel. Total mess. Jesus, you guys. Yeah. My God. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to pop that there if you guys have not read that. More importantly, I'm about 40 pages in this, to be honest with you. I'm not going to go over it because it is one of 137 pages. As you can see, United States District Court, Southern District of Florida, case number blah, 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 January 2021, short squeeze trading litigation. Okay? This is 137 pages, I'm sure, of pure entertainment as I get to finish it. Jury trial demanded, pursuant to federal law, blah, blah, blah. Date signed September 22nd, 2021, yesterday. Joseph and Mr. Frank over here, all these parties, blah, blah, blah. As you can see, you guys, I'm sure some of you have seen this, but I'm telling you what. Being 43 pages into this, I believe, I'm not going to read every single line of it, but I'm going to go through the entire goddamn thing. Citadel, look at us, I'm scrolling through there. Let's scroll up just for a second, you guys. Bear with us here. I just seen Citadel about 6 different times. Dude. Oh, look. Oh, yeah. AMC, Citadel, top of the... Jesus, you guys. Wow, man. Wow. Is all I can say. Wow. You guys, you know, sure, the DD is great. All of the cycle theories, all of this stuff is great, but this is monstrous shit. This is a huge deal. Monstrous. This beauty here. Shout out to the boys over on and the girls on Superstock. Shout out to Joey Galilini. There's this here got me clicking onto another video. We're going to touch on this really, really quickly, okay? Take a listen to Mr. Kenneth Griffin. This will be 2 parts of Kenny G. Nervous as shit, reading off the top of the thing. If you new apes or anybody has not seen any of that hearing, go back. You can find it. It's 4 hours long, whatever the hell it was. I watched the whole goddamn thing. I remember that day. Went back and touched on it. Do yourself a favor. See if you can find a breakdown of Ken frickin' Griffin talking, reading up on some telegram thing of what his attorneys are saying, okay? But let's touch on this one really quickly. Straight up lying right here with proof. Hang on, I lost my volume. Jeez Louise. Where's the mute button? Where's the mute button? Oh, right there. Sorry, guys. Jesus, little technical difficulties.
To do this and ultimately come out ahead is, well, that's not what the public thinks. The public thinks that there was collusion, that the big guys, all of you guys, were figuring out how to do this and ultimately come out ahead as you always do. But did you talk to them about restricting or doing anything to prevent people from buying, not selling, but buying in GameStop?
Let me be
anybody in your organization.
Let me be perfectly clear. Absolutely not.
Okay, I have to stop that right there. Look, if you have to rewind this video, if you guys have not seen this, Look at Ken Griffin staring straight up. It was so awkward, weird. The dipshit does not blink. Listen again. I'm sorry to interrupt that because this is really super important. Pause this, read these if you can, as you can read these here. We just went over them, but take a listen. Watch his damn eyeballs.
So if we depose everyone in your organization, we'll find that.
That is correct.
Okay, thank you.
Straight up caught dead. See you later. I've seen a lot of people tweeting at the dude that did this here under oath. They know. They've known, and they're on top of it. Let's click this damn link over here. This one brings you over to here. I went down kind of a little bit of a rabbit hole, and then you click on this son of a gun here. I'll pop this in there for your pleasure, you guys. Now, this was 5 months ago. Citadel CEO Griffin throwing up from stress, okay? It's like, what the hell is this thing, right? Then you click over to the video. Bear with me, you guys. This is going to be worth it.
We're for those.
Okay, let me get through that ad. So I got on the video, and I wasn't paying attention when I first listened to it. You want to listen to the 4 minutes, 53-second mark, okay? You can rewind this one. I'll put the link in there if you guys want to watch it. This is the whole breakdown of where this is the most Representative Sherman here was made Griffin it blasted him into an oblivion. Once I play it, you guys will touch on a few minutes of it. More importantly, 4 minutes, 53 seconds. Somebody is vomiting in the background. And as you can see by this, is it Ken Griffin due to stress? I'm telling you what, I thought this was a joke. I don't know if this didn't get a lot of upvotes and action. Somebody is vomiting. And it sure as shit ain't Mr. Representative Sherman. Now let's take a listen really quickly to just a couple pieces of this. You guys can watch it. This is just the clip of Representative Sherman absolutely destroying Ken Griffin. He will not answer the question. Ken is obviously nervous as all hell. 4:53, I think he's puking. This is no joke, you guys. Listen.
Those who love to discover, who know an open mind is the only kind, who are their own personal stylist, and who know when you spend less,
damn
you can discover even
commercial.
more. At TJ
One
Maxx.
second. The swinger's not prepared this evening, you guys.
You've come to expect things on the internet to be free. When you're not paying for it, it's not free. You're the product. Someone else is the customer. When you go onto Facebook and it's free, you're the product being sold to the advertiser, and your information is sold to God knows whom. So we now have a system where we're telling investors that it's free to invest to buy and sell stock. There are two ways to pay the folks involved in Wall Street for buying and selling stock. One is a commission, and you know what it is. And so we discourage investors a little bit from buying and selling stock because they have to pay a commission, and they know they're paying a commission. The other way to do it is to give them a worse execution.
Bear with me, folks. This is totally worth it. If you guys have seen it, you know where this is going.
Whenever there's a stock being purchased and sold, the market maker, perhaps Citadel, might be willing to sell the stock for $10.05, but will buy it for only $10. The difference is 5 cents. And so the issue is whether Robinhood and other people who are being told you get it for free are really getting it for free. Mr. Griffin, you're a market maker. You pay some brokers for order flow. You don't pay others for order flow. So when you pay for order flow,
you guys, and also too, right before he said Mr. Griffin, you can hear Ken Griffin's microphone turn on, is what I believe, okay? You might have to rewind it, take a listen, but listen to what he's saying, and just look at Kenny G here.
You're not making as much on the transaction. You have to pay some of that back to the broker. That's hidden the amount of that is hidden from the customer. The fact that it exists says perhaps recently, been disclosed. SEC rules require that people get the best execution, but I've recently learned that there's best execution and enhanced pricing. So if you get an order from Fidelity and you get an order from Robinhood and you're paying for the Robinhood order flow, is the Robinhood customer getting as good a price as the Fidelity customer? Mr. Griffin.
So, Congressman, I believe that's an excellent question. The execution quality that we can provide as measured in terms of price improvement is heavily related or correlated to the size of the order that we receive. So if I were to speculate,
don't tell me that that there are other factors involved and take us down another road. I'm asking you a clear question. Assuming same.
Okay, we're about halfway done with this. This is too good not to play the whole thing. If you guys haven't seen it, I will watch this 1,000 times over. I probably have. Watch very closely, and we're going to stop it before 4:53 and then take a listen to somebody throwing up, clearing their throat.
Size of order. One comes in from Robinhood, one comes in from Fidelity. Is it not true that one is going to get a enhanced best execution and the other one is just going to get best execution?
So as I was trying to explain, because the Robinhood order comes from a community of traders who tend to trade in smaller size.
That isn't my question, sir. You're evading my question by making up other questions. Let me repeat. 2 identical orders come in. Same stock, same quantity. One's from Robinhood, one's from Fidelity. What happens?
The quality of the execution varies by the channel of the order. This is a commonly understood phenomena in economics that channels matter. So, for example, when you go get a mortgage from JP Morgan to their clientele has a different rate of interest than a mortgage.
Okay, reclaiming my time, sir. Who gets the better deal? Well, one that comes from a broker who is being paid for order flow, and one not. Can you testify that on balance there is no difference, assuming the same size of the order?
So, as I said earlier, size of the order is only one factor.
You are doing a great job of wasting my time. If you're going to filibuster, you should run for the Senate. Everyone else I've talked to in this industry says when you pay for order flow, you get when your broker is being paid for order flow, you get a worse execution. Otherwise, you're in a peculiar circumstance.
Okay, 4:50 on the clock down there. Listen at 4:53 very closely. If you got to rewind it, and then I'm going to rewind it one time. We're almost done, you guys, but this is a classic. I could watch this literally 100 million times. Listen closely. Here we go.
Circumstance where you're making more money on a Fidelity transaction than a Robinhood transaction, which would be an absurd business practice.
Okay. Yes. This is not cut out. Somebody vomited, cleared their throat a little bit, gulped maybe something. I don't know. One last listen. We have to. Good night.
Stance where you're making more money on a Fidelity transaction than a Robinhood transaction, which would be an absurd business practice.
Okay. You called me crazy? This guy is right. Absolutely, this guy's right. Rogue Yorkshire, thank you, sir, 5 months ago. You guys, that's puke. He was so damn nervous he puked. It's gotta be. Are we nuts? Is Mr. Rogue here nuts? I don't think so, you guys. Holy crap, man. So I'll pop these things in there for you. Obviously that. And then a couple more things we'll get out of here. Holy crap, we're going long. Here we go. The Biden administration is preparing for a possible government shutdown with federal agencies reviewing contingency plans in the event the funds run out September 30th. Sure, do we think it never happens? We've touched on it. I've touched on it. This time, I don't know. Nice tweet out there by old Walter Bloomberg. He's got some beautiful tweets on that old Twitter mobile. Part of this whole thing, you guys, look at the reverse repo. Busted another record today. Are we going to hit 2 trillion? 1,352 million today. Busted another record. I believe yesterday was a record. But then I pulled this one up. I normally don't pull this one when we're looking at this. Look at the chart. This thing goes back to '08. Okay? Look at the '08. Look at everything. 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Look at that. That visual does a lot. So we're obviously going to see on that. We just keep busting this record. We're going to hit 1.5 trillion by the end of next week at this pace. It just keeps going. That's a wow, man. Okay, guys. One last thing about the bleepery going on over here. I seen something about this. I'm going to do a little bit more investigating, though. Unusual whales, obviously one of our favorite Twitter mobiles. Mine, anyway. They are they're an ape. I'll throw them in the ape category. I love that. The tool, I love him. He's always tweeting out. But here you go. Again, look how weird these $1 GME contracts are. Some thoughts by users. Hedge funds to synthetically long GME without paying huge upfront cost of shares. Market makers using or out of the money call money to purchase in the money calls and exercise them to bury synthetics. FTD settlement cycle. There's a lot to this. Another Super Stonk article I emailed myself. I'm going to read that tonight, and it's touching on this whole theory of these $1 contracts. I mean, Jesus, Murphy, you guys. Okay, we went long as shit, but that was worth it. The only thing I got to say is, who cares about the price? If you got to just I'm going to shut the thing off. I don't even want to look at it. I'm going to set a reminder. I'm telling you this, guys, right now, and I'm being dead honest with you. The shit we're finding out the last couple of days here, the lies, even the puking from 7 months ago, dude, this is a huge deal. Screw everything else. Seriously. I'm going to set an alert for, I don't know, you guys tell me, $60? When I see over $60, I'm going to start watching that. Until, with all the DD, all of this stuff coming out, straight dudes lying under oath. We've known, but now we have proof. This is a done deal. This is 1,000% done. No one needs to worry about anything. This is way bigger than we thought. I've said that all along. I don't want to take any credit for that, but man, oh, crime and Nitley, Jesus, Lord above us, this is huge. Okay, guys, love you. Sorry for the long one. Hopefully you stayed till the end.